Have you ever wondered how cities swiftly respond to unexpected situations or emergencies? Imagine the power held within the pages of local legislation, particularly in the form of ordinances. These are not just pieces of paper, but vital tools that empower local governments to effectively manage and swiftly adapt to both routine and unexpected community challenges. Ordinances are legal instruments used by municipalities to enact regulations or authorize actions within their jurisdiction. They address a vast array of issues, from traffic management and public safety to zoning and environmental protection. Essentially, they serve as the immediate response mechanism for city officials, allowing them to maintain order, ensure public welfare, and enhance the quality of life for residents. Through these regulations, local governments can implement changes quickly, bypassing the more time-consuming process typical of higher legislative bodies. This is crucial in emergency scenarios where time is of the essence. Ordinances shape the way our cities function, swiftly adapting to new challenges. Who holds the power to dictate these immediate laws that can change our daily lives? When it comes to the creation and enforcement of local ordinances, the spotlight often shines on city councils and mayors. These are the key players in the municipal legislative process, wielding significant influence over the laws that govern our neighborhoods and cities. Let's start with city councils. These bodies are typically composed of elected officials, who represent various sectors or districts within a city. The primary role of a city council is to serve as the legislative body, meaning they have the authority to pass ordinances, which are laws specific to the city. These ordinances can cover a wide range of issues, from zoning and public safety to environmental regulations and noise control. The process begins with drafting. An ordinance can be proposed by a member of the city council, or in some cases by the mayor or even citizens through a petition. Once proposed, the ordinance undergoes discussion and debate, during which council members and the public can express their views and suggest amendments. Now, on to the mayors. In many cities, the mayor has the role of overseeing the executive functions of the government, but their involvement in ordinances can be pivotal. Depending on the city's charter, a mayor might have the power to veto ordinances passed by the council. This veto can be overridden only by a supermajority vote of the council, which varies from city to city. The legal authority for city councils and mayors to enact and enforce ordinances is derived from state laws or city charters. These charters are essentially the constitution of the city, outlining the structure of the local government and specifying the powers and limits of its officials. It's the elected officials, guided by legal frameworks, who craft these pivotal rules. Creating an ordinance is more than just writing new rules. It's a meticulous process that involves multiple steps, each designed to ensure that the new law is necessary, fair, and effective. Let's walk through the typical journey of an ordinance from inception to implementation. The process begins with a proposal, often sparked by a need or a problem identified within the community. This could come from community members, local government officials, or various stakeholders who see a gap in the existing regulatory framework. At this stage, the idea is still rough around the edges, a concept awaiting refinement. Once an idea is proposed, it enters a phase of vigorous discussion among local government officials, including city or town council members. These discussions are crucial. They help to flesh out the details of the ordinance, anticipate potential challenges, and gauge its overall impact. Here, the ordinance begins to take shape, morphed by insights and perspectives of those who know the community and its needs best. But crafting an ordinance isn't just a matter for elected officials. Public hearings play a pivotal role in the process, opening the floor to feedback from the community. These hearings are essential for transparency and for the democratic process. They offer a platform where citizens can voice their support, express concerns, or suggest modifications. It's this community input that helps refine the ordinance, ensuring it aligns with the public's interest. After incorporating feedback, the ordinance may undergo several revisions. Each version is scrutinized not just for its content but also for its legality. Legal scrutiny ensures the ordinance complies with existing laws and constitutionally sound principles, avoiding future legal challenges. Finally, the ordinance reaches the stage of final approval. Here, it must pass a vote by the local governing body. If approved, it becomes law, ready to be implemented and enforce its regulations within the community. Every ordinance undergoes rigorous scrutiny to ensure it serves the public good effectively. What happens when an ordinance is passed? How does it affect you? Let's delve into the world of ordinances and their significant legal impact upon passage. Ordinances, often enacted by local governments, wield the power to shape everyday life in profound ways. They can impose fines, alter land use, and regulate business activities, thereby weaving a complex tapestry of rules and regulations that residents and businesses must follow. Consider fines, a common tool used to enforce ordinances. These are not arbitrary penalties but are designed to encourage compliance and maintain public order. For instance, an ordinance may impose a fine for littering to promote a cleaner public space. The revenue from these fines often supports community services, making it a critical aspect of municipal funding. Moving to land use, ordinances can dictate what can be built where, influencing everything from the skyline of a city to the view from your backyard. Zoning ordinances, for example, can designate certain areas exclusively for residential use, while others can be earmarked for commercial or industrial purposes. This not only affects property values but also shapes the character and functionality of neighborhoods. Business regulations through ordinances can also be quite impactful. These rules may dictate operating hours, signage sizes, and even the types of services that can be offered. This level of regulation ensures that business operations do not adversely affect the community, but can pose challenges for business owners trying to navigate the legal landscape. The enforceability of these ordinances is backed by the legal system. Non-compliance can lead to more than just fines. It can result in business closures, legal disputes, and in some cases, criminal charges. The consequences underscore the importance of understanding and adhering to these local laws. In conclusion, when a local government passes an ordinance, it's not just adding another rule to the book. These laws are crafted to address specific issues, improve quality of life, and ensure orderly growth within the community. Ordinances not only guide community behavior but also come with significant legal weight. Let's look at real-life examples where ordinances dramatically impacted communities. Across the globe, city councils and governments have wielded the power of ordinances to bring about significant changes. Take, for instance, the widespread implementation of plastic ban ordinances. In many cities, the introduction of these laws has led to a dramatic reduction in plastic waste, helping to mitigate environmental degradation. Retailers switched to biodegradable or reusable bags, and consumers became more conscious of their plastic consumption. Streets, previously littered with plastic, saw noticeable cleanliness within months of the ordinance's enforcement. Another compelling example is the use of emergency curfew ordinances, which have been pivotal during times of crisis. For instance, during large-scale public emergencies, cities have imposed curfews to maintain order and public safety. These curfews often help in controlling the spread of misinformation, managing resource use, and ensuring that emergency services are not overwhelmed. The immediate effect is usually a significant drop in public disturbances and a smoother operation of law enforcement and emergency services. Moreover, some cities have adopted ordinances to address noise pollution, particularly in bustling urban areas. These laws set limits on noise levels at different times of the day and enforce penalties for violations. The result has been a quieter urban environment, contributing to better sleep and less stress among the city's residents. Businesses have adapted by investing in soundproofing solutions, and the general public has become more aware of the impact of noise on quality of life. In residential areas, parking ordinances have transformed the urban landscape, ensuring that streets are not congested with vehicles and that emergency routes remain clear. Residents often see a more organized community and improved traffic flow, contributing to safer and more accessible neighborhoods. These examples highlight the transformative power of ordinances in urban governance. Through these measures, cities not only address immediate concerns but also promote long-term sustainability and well-being for their communities, proving that well-crafted ordinances can indeed reshape urban life. We've explored the intricate world of ordinances and their profound impact on our lives. Let's take a moment to reflect and summarize the key points we've covered about the ordinance system. Starting off, we delved into the raw power of ordinances. These are not just simple rules, but powerful tools that local governments use to address specific needs and concerns within their communities. From regulating noise levels to ensuring public safety, the scope of ordinances is vast and varied. Next, we examined the authority behind these ordinances. It is the local governments, elected by the people, who have the legal right to enact these laws. This democratic aspect ensures that ordinances are not just top-down impositions, but reflect the community's values and needs. We also walk through the process of crafting an ordinance. It's a meticulous process that involves drafting, public consultations, and revisions. This ensures that every ordinance is well considered and geared towards the common good. Lastly, we touched on the legal implications of ordinances. They must align with state and federal laws. And when they don't, legal challenges can ensue, shaping the future of local law enforcement. Understanding ordinances is crucial for every citizen, as they not only shape laws, but also define the character of our communities.